Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you for joining us here on the farm this morning. Cassie just made us breakfast. Yeah. So we're eating fresh apples and carrots for breakfast, right Cass?
Sure, you can.
We're a couple of health nuts here at Walker Farm. We mainly eat fruit. We're thinking about going vegan or vegetarian.
Okay.
No, not really. This is actually treats for something that Cassie brought home this weekend. You guys hopefully saw the video at Walker Farm Fam. We told you about the baby doll sheep last time, but what else did you bring home, Cassie?
A donkey.
A mini Jenny.
Yep.
So the little donkey is settled in. It has a little spot out there. So what we're going to do this morning is go out and see if we can kind of
love on her.
Get her to know us and us to know her and love on her. And same thing with the baby doll sheep, right?
Yep.
So we're going to go check them out. But it turned cold in Oklahoma.
It did.
It turned so cold that we now have our fireplace in use, so it's a little smoky, but there's the fire, and we just started it, so
I can't quit coughing and sneezing. And then I thought I saw something down there, but it's just birds. But I keep coughing and sneezing. I tend to do that in the mornings. I don't need anyone to like diagnose me.
I diagnosed her. It's probably from all that dust over the last 3 days that you had at the auction.
Yeah, I just got to get everything moving and cleared up.
So there you go. Cassie's got to clear it up. But a little side note here, the heated doghouse that you guys saw us make in one of the last videos is doing awesome. The cat thought that it belonged to him. So Mr. Jingles was in there and hissing at the dogs. So I set Mr. Jingles straight. I got him out and let JoJo go in. And then Mr. Jingles went back in, and they all kind of came to an agreement that it was a shared doghouse, that JoJo got it, Shelby got it, and Mr. Jingles got it. That's right. All three of them were in there at once. Cassie's still getting cleared up. We'll
I really need to like cough if you want to turn that off for a second.
No, cough with it on. Just joking. I'll turn it off. I am.
There's a big old bowl next to you.
Shelby, come. Shelby, we don't need you interrupting. Okay.
You want an apple? What about a carrot? You want a carrot? Huh? You're not crazy. You're just young, huh? Let me get you a halter. Yeah,
Oh, I found Lulu's halter yesterday.
Oh yeah?
It was in that blue container by the ground.
It might be a hair big, but we can see.
So she's not wild, but she's not used to this place yet.
Yeah.
And so she's a little slow to catch.
Also, all the people with her were women. Gary's been and Ranger's been the ones coming out doing stuff, and so might have a little bit to do with it, but also just new place.
Yeah. I mean, I have not tried to catch her or mess with her at all.
See that?
Yeah, he just opened that up, didn't he?
With his horn.
Uh-huh. So I haven't even tried to mess with her because the 2 times I came out to do anything, which was drop off feed and a little bit of hay, it was raining. So I haven't tried to touch her, but what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get these gates set up over here in our little stall area. That way we can run her in there and take care of her or do anything we need to do and not have to have her out in the wide open. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I brought my drill and I'm going to try that while Cassie tries to love on her a little bit. So I quickly realized that it's too cold right now. It's about 35 degrees, 36. I'm going to have to get some gloves and some other stuff before I do that.
You whipping out on me?
Yeah, it's too cold. I got to get gloves. I didn't bring any out with me. I thought we were just going to pet it with the animals, so I'll come back out in a minute and do it.
You need gloves to install gates?
Yeah, my hands. You got to put your hands on those metal things and turn them, and they will freeze your hands off, literally. Okay. So, what?
Do you want me to do it with my shirt?
If you want to. I'm going to get gloves. I don't want to sit out here and suffer.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay. Cassie likes to...
Do we want to tell them what I think I want to name this girl?
Okay, what do you think you want to name this girl?
So I posted on Instagram and Facebook possibility of names. For the donkey, the possibilities were Karen, Dolly and Faye. And by popular demand and my personal opinion, I think I'm gonna name her Dolly.
Dolly?
Yep.
I like Dolly, like Dolly Parton.
Yep.
So let's just, you're gonna finalize it?
Huh?
Dolly it is?
Dolly it is.
Okay, we'll bring Dolly back over here.
Dolly.
Out of the wind, and we can pet on her. Because the two of us here, we don't have to run her into that stall.
So one thing you want to do with horses, donkeys, and things is make sure they're not sensitive with their ears. So she's good there. She will let me pick up all of her feet. So she is a good girl. She's just getting used to everything. But the Coggins they gave me said she was 4 years old. And I started looking on there, and it was for a pregnant donkey that sold in the same lot as her, which I wish I would have got, but you know. So Marie over at Random Okie Farm, she had talked to the seller, so she contacted her for me, and she's a yearling. So she's a young girl, which I like because she's not completely set in her ways if it was bad or good. We just got to keep messing with her.
She is fairly gentle because once you do catch up with her, she just kind of sits here and hangs out. She's still quite not sure about us, but that's okay. It all takes time. When those
also the cat and Shelby playing and running around, she's not real sure about that. And look at her ginormous neighbor, and he makes all sorts of weird noises.
Well, they talk to each other. I've got a video of them talking to each other. We've got competition for Geronimo. So Cassie brought home a brand new Jenny to the farm. She's currently in quarantine, but after she gets through her quarantine phase, she'll be turned out with the alpacas. But Geronimo, you got competition, buddy. You got competition. Geronimo. So Geronimo, some news with him. He's going to be heading out of here. Out of this pen, because now that we've had a hard freeze, this field over here, I'm going to turn some cattle in there. So I'm going to turn all the cows that have either already been bred and aren't going to calve out until spring, and our steers, I'm going to put them with Geronimo and put them in that field. And then I'm going to put all the other cows that need to calve out and in this field, and any of the heifers that are too young to breed. So we'll put Geronimo in the field, and he'll get out of this pen in just a couple of days. I bet he's excited about that. He just doesn't know it yet. Are you excited, Geronimo? Huh? He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good Geronimo. Hey, it'd be nice. I was talking good about you. You cleaning her feet out?
Yeah, I was making sure. Those lots she was in.
She still got her front foot up. There she goes. She put it down.
Clay.
Red clay.
So
Shelby back.
they're really not. They're not packed. Her frog's kind of big.
Shelby thinks she's going to get a treat because she's used to the horse farrier. So before we go visit the baby doll sheep, we're going to get in here out of the wind for a minute and check on the chicks. See if they still have water. And man, they are getting big.
Yeah, they're about ready to go out. Because big and gross.
So there's a few of them. You can see how big they're getting. And they will fly up in no time. So I'm going to put these covers back on.
I just grabbed the easiest one because I'm ready to put them out. So I'm checking them out. And their wings are good. But you can see right here. Hang on, baby. Right here, see wings and then fuzz. So they got a little more of feathering out to do.
Because you want them fully feathered.
Since it's getting cold outside, fully feathered. If it was still warm, I'd put them out like this.
Yeah, the low last night was 32, but in about a week it's supposed to be warmer, but we'll kind of check the forecast. I'm thinking by this weekend I'll have their new grow out pen finished, and we can start putting them outside. But they do have plenty of food, plenty of water, and they have plenty of heat with...
See, there's more fuzz back here instead of feathers.
Yeah.
So they're getting close though.
Yeah, they're right at 4 weeks old. They just they're starting their 5th week because they were born around October 1st, and as you guys know, it's almost November 1st.
Yep.
So they're doing good though. The little brooder has worked out great, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Much better than anything we had in the shop.
Yep.
So
my hair's probably crazy.
All right, so let's go check out this baby doll sheep. Before we do, what about a name?
I know her name. You want to know it now or out there?
Let's go ahead and tell it. That way we can call it by name when we go out there.
So the name for the sheep was Ginger, Muffin, or Daisy. And popular name plus what I like, Muffin.
Muffin and what was
Dolly.
Dolly. Muffin and Dolly is the 2 names. We could put that back on the... So I keep that on top of the water 5-gallon thing, other way. That way they can't fly up there and make a mess. And it's actually helped out. We've always had problems with them. They roost on top and then their poo drops down in the watering bowls, but having something up there keeps them from doing that.
Yep.
Morning, Sue. We get all the company when you come out here, don't you?
No more rooster company though.
No, the roosters are gone. And you can see
Can we get in this way?
Muffin is a lot more ready to eat, so I think she's going to be a little easier. She's never had an apple before. So Muffin has found her water, and she likes grain, so I went ahead and got her some grain. You want to try apple, Cassie? Now that she knows it's time to eat.
I think this eye's got it shut.
Okay, let's go over here.
The other one?
Yeah, baby. We just go put it in our feed trough. So Muffin and I know what's going on as far as time to eat. Here you go, baby. Come on. And she likes eating out of her little trough right there. Cassie wants to catch her though. So Cassie's checking her eye out. So we got in out of the cold to warm up.
So Gary is freezing and I was okay.
I was cold. So this is the first time it's actually dropped down to freezing. This was our first freeze today. And the high today...
So hopefully all the bugs are gone.
Yeah,
mosquitoes.
That's the good thing about, I look forward to, as a farmer, the flies disappear, the mosquitoes, all the stuff that bug the cattle all the time. The Scottish Highlands are in heaven right now.
Yeah.
They love this weather, and they're happy. They're out there doing their thing. But we did get over, we didn't record a lot. We got over to the sheep, Muffin.
Yeah.
Muffin, the baby doll. And Cassie saw a little bit of snot looking stuff around her eyes.
Yeah, they were just wet. It's been rainy, but she's been in her shelter a lot. But they were wet and kind of matted. And so when you get stuff from the sale, I like going to the auctions and stuff. Gary would rather not buy from the auctions because you never know. But just like me, from all that dust and stuff, I'm a little irritated. And so we got some things here for her because we want to be proactive.
Oh, that one's got the thing on it. Don't need it.
And make sure that she doesn't have anything. Could just be needs to work its way out. But if not, we don't know that she's had everything because you don't get paperwork like you do on the donkeys and things. So
yeah,
we're about to fix her up.
Very first sign of something, it's best to treat her with an antibiotic. So we have an antibiotic, and then we also have CDT, which is just a normal thing that the sheep would get no matter what. Even if she was born...
We just don't know if she's had it.
Yeah, even if she was born on our farm, they can have it, but then they can also have a booster after a couple weeks. And then the last thing we're going to give her is some vitamins. So this is extra vitamins that will make sure that she has plenty of vitamins in her system. And all of those things combined should be anything and everything she needs to thrive. But she's doing good. She's not lazy and she's not lethargic.
No, and that was another thing, was she's not lethargic. She's not anything like that. So, but we're just giving some of these things to be proactive because we don't want her to get to that.
Yeah, especially...
And none of these can hurt her if she doesn't need it.
No.
It can only help her.
And the antibiotic I'm giving her is probably the weaker, or not weaker, but it's an antibiotic. You have to do it 2 times. So it'll be today, and then we'll do it again on Wednesday. This is Monday. You're watching this video on Tuesday, but this is Monday. So we'll give it to her, and this should give her what she needs. And she is a cute little baby doll sheep. We want to take the best care of her that we know possible, and so that's what we're going to do. But right now, I got my seat warmer. Oh,
it's too warm for me.
It's not too warm for me. I put my back right up against this fireplace, and it just soaks through you like I don't know what. It's like a sponge soaking up water. Like the heat goes into you like that. That's how wood heat is. So we've been burning our electric heat here in the house for the last couple days because it wasn't below freezing yet. But today, whenever I noticed that it was, 31 degrees this morning, the dogs were all in the heated doghouse, I said it was time to build a fire, and it feels so good. So, you ready to get back out there?
Yep.
All right, let's go. So what's really deceiving is we step out the back door, we're on the south side of the house, the sun's shining on you, and it feels warm. And then you get out here and the wind starts blowing.
Maybe I need another coat.
And it's cold. But that's Oklahoma. We love the seasons. We like the seasons changing.
I prefer this over the heat.
Yeah, and you can always put on an extra coat, an extra jacket, an extra pair of gloves if you think about it, and you're just fine. So we'll get in here and give little Muffin her shots.
All right.
So I got Muffin. She's actually the baby doll sheep, any sheep right now. Hang on.
Can you move your hand down so I don't get your arm? Okay.
So any sheep right now stays pretty warm because they have all this wool on. And
it also makes it hard to get a needle through.
Yeah, also makes it a little tough, but I'm holding her tight. She's gonna be just fine.
It's really deceiving because you can feel if it's going through, I mean, you feel it going through the wool, but it's really hard to feel it go through the skin because the wool, I think, is thicker than the skin.
Yeah.
If you just go through the wool, you're just shooting it out nowhere. So you gotta make sure it goes through the skin. You got her? Got her?
Nope, give me a second. So, I got it now. Some people wonder why we don't just run to the vet every single time something happens. But some people don't know that you can do almost anything a vet can do yourself. And once you know what's wrong, or even if you don't know what's wrong, once you know the possible treatment, an antibiotic covers a whole lot of different things.
The vet would cost a whole lot of money to give these 3 shots. When you've done animals, you kind of know what to do. They've told you, and you can buy the medicine from them and give it yourself when you have a good rapport with them and things like that. So, last one.
Yeah, and things like CDT is more of a common maintenance. It's not even an antibiotic or something you are treating a problem for. All right, I put some alfalfa in here last night. So I gave her alfalfa last night and she loved the alfalfa. So I'm gonna get her some more alfalfa to go with her regular hay. This is why though, we keep them separated, because if she had some kind of an infection in her eye or something that was making her snotty, we don't want to have to be treating 5 sheep or 5 sheep and 4 goats along with her with the exact same medicine. we just want to keep it contained as much as possible.
Yeah, she doesn't have diarrhea or anything. She just peed, and I saw her poop earlier, so if she had diarrhea, that'd be more concerning, and she doesn't.
No, she's running around. She's healthy. She's eating. Yep. She's drinking. She's doing everything she needs to do. So yes, when you buy an auction animal, you always increase your chances of things just because they're with other sheep from other farms. And
yeah,
you don't
even
know.
if they came from a healthy farm, if they were in with animals from a not healthy farm, then they could have got something too. But I assume it's all due to all that dust in the air.
Yeah, 3 days of breathing that dust will really get you either way. So I'm gonna grab her some alfalfa. So Cassie's headed off to school, and I keep getting a little bit of company. She's very curious about me being here. Hey baby, you doing okay? Nobody wants to hurt you. We just want to be your friend. So it's good for me to be out here with her. She needs to be hearing my voice. And my plan is once I get this stall finished, then I'll be able to bring her in here and love on her a little bit. And probably for about a week, she'll be in this quarantine situation. So right now, I'm tightening up these big wood hinges. They go straight into these posts. And it's actually keeping me a little warm. So I was way underdressed earlier. I needed something over my ears, something over my hands, and I would have been in good shape. But now I'm getting it done. And Cassie's got to get to school. She's got to work on some stuff for the gym. A little update on the gym that they're building for her and for the whole school, not just for her. It is getting close to being finished. So they're about ready to put carpet in some of the classrooms. So Cassie's gonna go work on that. So we've got some good news. I think me and Miss Dolly have come to an agreement, an understanding. Back Shelby. I don't know how she feels about Shelby yet, and Shelby's over here trying to get in her business. But she's letting me pet on her, love on her, and she's all around being a good girl. So I got her a little bit of alfalfa, just a handful. I know that you can overfeed donkeys just like you can horses, but she's doing good. Hey baby, hey, hey, see? Now Shelby, this could be bad. Sometimes donkeys don't like dogs. They're territorial. Dolly and I have come to terms. I'm taking a break. I got the gate installed, but I just realized that I only have one gate. So I bought two 10-foot gates because I've got some more fencing projects planned. So I'm gonna have to go get another 4-foot gate before I can finish the stall up behind me. But we have one gate installed. And last time I did this, there was something on these gates that made some of you lose your mind. Let me show you real quick. All right, Dolly, I need help up. Can you help me up? Oh, it's a good girl. Yeah. So I've been sitting down on the ground to be less intimidating to her, and I think that's helped out quite a bit. Try to get down here on her level. And come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Show them how friendly you've been. And she has been a good girl. So what we're hoping to do is be able to tame Dolly down to the point where Mazzy or Ranger or anybody can come out here and can pet on her and love on her and do anything. So this next 7 days, I'm going to be trying to spend some time with her each day. Just some time to pet on her and give her treats and things like that before we turn her out into the open pasture. Because once we turn her out into the open pasture, we want her to know that when she comes up here, she gets treats, she gets feed, she gets rewarded. And that way we'll be able to, at any point, hopefully, put her in this little stall and pet on her some more and do whatever. Say we have kids come over from church. A lot of times we'll have family come over. They're not around animals all the time. So it's really nice to have these small animals like sheep, goats, and this little mini donkey where kids can just come up and they can just love all over them. And you don't have to worry about anybody getting kicked. You don't have to worry about anybody getting hurt because she's tame. She lets you pick up her legs. She lets you pick up her feet. She lets you pull on her ears a little bit. She lets you scratch her head. And that's what we really want. We just want all kinds of stuff out of this little donkey. I know it's asking a lot, but she's a yearling, and so that means she's still very impressionable. And it's very, very good time to work with her and do stuff. So what made people lose their mind last time I worked on one of these gates, I think I actually installed one of these gates, was the hinges. So the bottom hinge was like this, and the top hinge was the same way. And people did not like it. They said it's supposed to go upside down. It works. The other gate is still working just fine, but I put it upside down. And the whole point is that an animal can't lift up on the gate and lift it up off its hinges. So hopefully that made somebody happy. If you worry about that type of stuff, you don't have to worry anymore. So this gate's on. I've got to get one more gate over here and I'll be finished. So also think I'm going to put some maybe cedar plank or some boards along in here. Just whenever an animal's inside here, a dog can't come up on the outside and scare him and that type of thing. It'll be really nice to work with animals. So Dolly, you're turning out so far so good, baby. You're doing a good job, and hopefully she keeps it up. And like Cassie said, and I said earlier, or maybe on a different video, if we like how it works out with this little donkey, we probably will get another one, a jack, so we'll have a breeding pair, and then we might grow a herd. But for right now, we just want to take it nice and easy and slow and see how it goes. So one last check-in here on the doghouse. The light is now off, and that means it's above 37 degrees. So this little easy heat thermostat controlled device is an awesome device to have. It's going to save on electricity. So it only turns the heat lamp on when it drops below 37 degrees. That's a pretty good temperature because they still have the alpaca fiber and the straw. They can get in there if it's just cool, but when it turns cold, the heat lamp comes on and gives them extra heat. Somebody did ask, what's the temperature? Is it too hot in the doghouse? So last night it was about 32 degrees and the thermometer down in the doghouse said 55. So that makes a pretty good difference. It makes it about a 20 degree temperature rise at least last night. But that's the temperature, the air temperature in there. The dog being in there soaking up the heat is actually probably going to be a little bit warmer. So there's your update on the doghouse. So I'm going to warm up by the fire and grab some lunch, but I always want to let you guys know of any prayer requests we have. And I saw on Facebook earlier that cameraman Ron, so I don't know if you know who that is, but he's somebody in the YouTube community, and he is going through some health problems right now. So if you guys would remember him in your prayers. Some of you may know who he is. We met him at one of the creator conference that Keeping It Dutch and Arms family did a while back. So anytime somebody in the creator community is going through something, we want to share and remember them as well. But if you guys have any prayer requests, leave them down in the comments. But I hope you have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you next time.